Well, good morning, Bryson City. This is the view off the back. Okay, this cabin is on the tippy top of a junior mountain. Junior mountain. It goes down steeply. This is the back porch. And it is so pretty in here. Kitchen. It was prettier before we came in and opened all the cabinets and did all the things. This would be a nice lived. I'm really loving all the vintage pictures on the wall. Got tons of really interesting vintage pictures. Fireplace. There's the other bedrooms back there. Let's see, I'll go out for see what happens out of here. That's, of course, one of our boats. Okay. Oh, look, there is a view this way. Yeah. Well, you know, the Smoky Mountains are my favorite place probably on earth. Okay, look at them. They're getting ready to get on the river. This cabin is so pretty from the outside. Let me turn around. Tranquility. All I gotta say, we slept well. It was very tranquil. We've brought our boys to this is Nantahala Outdoor Center, and this is where they'll come out of the river. 8 miles upstream is where they're going to put in, but they're getting their passes. You have to have a little tag. It's like $10 for the season, I think. Okay, I just saw them finish, but look how pretty the river is. They've released heavy water at the dam up above, but it hasn't reached down here yet, so it's really still smooth and calm down here. But later in the day, it'll be a rip-roaring whitewater situation. Probably won't have the audio on it.
Okay.
That's good. That's adorable. Hey friends, I'm trying to do a thrift haul in this cabin, and this is the bedroom because the beautiful great room with the big ceiling has the craziest lighting, and it's either got a blaring overhead light that made me have shadows of all kinds, or 2 really weak lamps. So we're in here, which is probably not the most beautiful room to do, but at least I do have this big bed to put my stuff on. And in most of the rooms of this cabin, they have vintage framed art, which, you know, I love the vintage prints that are printed onto the cardboard with a little texture to it that look like they're from, you know, the 50s and 60s. I love those, and there's several of them in this whole cabin, which I just truly appreciate because I love it. All right, today we took Ben and Wesley. Sam is with us, but he had homework. He's in college, and he had homework that he needed to do. Okay, this is making a terrible shadow on my face. And so he stayed at the cabin all day today. But about 11:30 or so, my sister Lisa and I were we dropped off Ben and Wesley, who is our good buddy that we always kayak with every year. And they're doing Upper Nantahala, and we went down just, half a mile from where we let them get out of the truck with all their gear and boats and everything, and we came down to do a few video clips, and I could put those clips in right here. But there was a catastrophe. Mr. Ben Cain broke his paddle. Coming through in a particular way, he rolled over, and he would normally just roll right back up. But his paddle must have gotten wedged between rocks. The water, they say manky when it's, or bony when it's a lot of rocks and not much water covering the rocks. His paddle got stuck and it broke. A very expensive paddle, but it didn't break my husband, so I'm glad about that. So anyway, Lisa and I just happened to be there filming, and so we ended up going all the way back to our cabin, which was a good 30-minute or more drive to get his other paddle, which he didn't expect to need, but he just happened to have, and brought it back to him. So that really cut down on our thrifting time. But I prayed and I said, Lord, we had a delay. But it's so rare that Lisa and I get to thrift for what time we have, which was an hour and a half before the stores closed. I said, for what time we do have in these thrift stores. And we were thinking we'd have like 4 hours in the thrift stores. I said, let me find some really special things. Because tomorrow, on Sunday, we're going to do the flea markets. Because I don't think any of the thrift stores are open on Sunday. So I did find some very special things. First up, this suitcase, and I've got it packed full of the things I bought in this store. This is a Samsonite, and it has the stickers, the travel stickers on it, authentic travel stickers. It was actually being used to display some of the items in the thrift store, and I asked them would they consider selling it. And of course, I didn't know if they'd price it where I could buy it, because, for all I knew, it would be, I wouldn't pay 50, 60, whatever dollars. But the guy said, well, let me just go call the manager and see. Evidently, she was not in the store. And when he came back, he said, would you pay 10? And he thought like that sounded like too much. He said, it's got these stickers on it. And I'm like, that makes it even more valuable. I said, I'll pay 10. Inside I was going, so excited. But it's so good. So good. And at this same thrift store, which this was the U.S. Veterans thrift store in Murphy. Okay, it's in the same store. Found a couple of really sweet books. I don't normally pay $5 a book, but this book was from 1950 something. 52 maybe, can't remember, and it is pink. Wow, I'm sorry that the lighting's not better in here. Maybe I can do some adjusting on the video to adjust that. This book, this was $5, and I don't normally pay that, but because, like I say, because it was beautiful and it was pink, it was old. And then this one was just $1 because it was with the regular hardback books, and I guess nobody thought it was that special. But I think it's that special. It says it's from a school in Macon, Georgia, junior high school, 1951, creative carpentry, and it has the most beautiful illustrations of the sweetest little homemade things. I feel like every single thing in this book needs to be made. We've got dollhouse, we've got chicken coop, birdhouse, doghouse, every kind of adorable thing in this book. And I love it so much. And I probably need to let my daddy have possession of it so he can build me the stuff that's in it. All right. I don't know. There's no maker's mark on it. But for $2.50, it's a green chicken. And I don't have a lot of chicken things. I like chickens. But I'm not like a rooster collector that has like 14 roosters. I just have a few special rooster or chicken things because I do enjoy them. I think they're very cute. And what do you know? And another thing at this thrift store that was a chicken thing, it's a rooster. Of course, you know, Lisa's with me on this trip. But she thinks it's from like the 1940s. And it was only $4. And I think it's beautiful. I think the colors are gorgeous. It is a little bit crazed, which to me shows authentic age. I love him. I think he's so pretty. So I've got a kind of a chicken theme going on there. Now, I really thought that was special. Really liked it. Y'all can't tell it, but I've got my wide-legged blue jeans on. Didn't put those on till supper time because earlier in the day I wore my granny capris, and because they're made of cotton linen, they kind of stretched. And I may need to take them up some or dry them real and hot in the dryer. These napkins, I got so tickled at the way they described them. 6 clean napkins for $6. Clean, they're clean. And they're not old. But I love the soft washed cotton of them. And every single one of them has this screen print. I guess it's a screen print. Maybe it's some kind of transfer. But it looks there's absolutely no demarcation of like a transfer or sticker or iron-on or anything. I think that they're actually screen printed on there. But I love that design. I love that it's teacups. I love that it has birds. I love that it has a pine branch and an acorn and this little soft straw and eggs. I love everything about it. It's the same design on all 6. But I love them. Those are special. Okay. Now, I have a melamine bowl that I thought I would put in the camper, but I love it so much in my kitchen because it's lightweight. When I saw this melamine bowl for $2.50, oh, can you see the towel? It's the TV entertainment center here. Oh, time out. You know, did I think to bring my tripod? No, ma'am, I did not. I did not think to bring my tripod. But this, I can't see a brand, but it is melamine, and I think it's really pretty. $2.50. And I guess it's a butter melter. It says made in Poland. I don't know what that mark means. I'll have to look it up. Very cute. But I love that it's that very olive green. I call that 1972 green because my mother had shutters and a front door painted this color way back in the day, and my current front door color is this green right here, this exact shade. This was $5, and I was willing to pay that because I've never seen anything like it. And I love to melt little bits of butter for different reasons and cooking, eating things. And it's got a hole in it so it can hang with my other little enamelware pots and pans above my stove. And I just think that's adorable, and I will really use it. Okay. This little fella was $1. And I don't know if he's old or not. I think he's an elf. Look at his ears. I think he's an elf, like for Christmas. And I think he probably sits around a taper candle, wouldn't you think? He would hang on with one arm and wave at you with the other. But if I could manage to keep him, yeah, he's got to be an elf, because see, he's got these little flares coming off his jacket. Adorable. And I'm about to do a shadow box thing, and I think I'm going to do miniature animals in this shadow box. So I found these tiny little wood carved ducks, 2 of them for $2. I think they're adorable. Look at these little ducks. So pretty. They're like little mallards. And fine bisque china from Japan. $2 for a mama pig and 3 adorable little piglets. That's ever so fun. That's ever so fun. I'm going to be happy to have that. Okay, so that's all that was at that thrift store. Then, I think the next thrift store was the Paws thrift store. This wooden box is $3. You know, you could add a spindle handle, you know, or dowel spindle handle. But I'm kind of thinking, it's not vintage or anything, but it's just good and sturdy and I like it. And it looks like it would be perfect to stand some things in. Even kitchen utensils would be good in here. I don't know. Lots of things would be good in here, and I liked it. So, okay. Also at that same store, I think, was this little stool for $3, and it does look very vintage to me. It's got lots of spider webs. But you know, this is the kind of thing that would be actually cute as a riser, because it's not very big, but it is handy for all kinds of things. As you know, I have to have a stool to reach the bottom of my Cabrio, Whirlpool Cabrio washer. I can't reach it. This is a 1942 Westward America. It is a history textbook, and I did pay $5 for it. Fairview School, whatever state that might be in, discard 86, 87. Did they use this from 1942 till 1987? That's a long time to use a textbook. But it does have lots of very beautiful color illustrations, but not very often, just every so often through there you'll see. So really loving that. My history teacher son-in-law is probably going to want that. Not sure if I'll give it up. Not sure if I'll give this one up either, but it's an Abraham Lincoln book, and I'm not even sure. It was only $1. That one over there was $5, but this one was just with regular books, and it's 1939. 1936. Okay. Abraham Lincoln. And all these books just smell so old. This has a lot of black and white etched looking or wood carved looking illustrations. Lots of newspaper articles and even little handwritten notes and photographs of Abraham Lincoln. I find it extremely interesting. I'm very interested in that. This I bought to do a flip. That to me looks kind of like a Dollar General sticker, but it's a nice metal tile with a big circle and a few rusty spots on it, which is fine. I like the rusty things, but even though that's pretty, I will probably put something of my choice, even though that is cotton bowls and butterflies, dragonflies. It's nice. I might leave it as is, but I'm kind of itching to redo it just because. $3, and the reason I love it is because I've never seen a lantern with this kind of glass doors with the metal in it. It had a votive candle included. And this green, I'm using a lot of this green on my front porch. So I might rig it up so that it has one of my little plug-in electric candle, Christmas candles that just stays plugged up on my front porch. But it's ever so cute. And it looks like it might have had a handle or something up there, but I care not that it doesn't have it anymore. I think it's adorable. I love the Gothic shape of that window. Can you see that? Very cute. All right. I'm just going to show a piece or two of this because this is Pioneer Woman, and my children got me a 4-place setting, and no telling what they paid for it. They gave it to me for Christmas several years back, but this is the kind I already have, and this was a full 4-place setting, but with more bowls. There's probably 6 of the big bowls, and the entire set with mugs, small plates, big plates, the entire set was $8. And I even got an employee to confirm whether that was the correct price. And she said, yeah, $8. She said, I just put that out about an hour ago. And I said, well, I'm so glad that I saw it. So I'm like, because now it's mine. All right. That's all that's in these boxes. They wrapped them up very carefully for me in these big alcohol boxes are very strong. Okay. All right. Okay. Logans Run thrift store was fun. Logans Run was fun. Found a lot of fun things in there. I have not opened this bag yet, but for $2, it looks like to me it is a French fry cutter with all the attachments. Like you put a potato in it. You can cut them this size. Or this size. And then it has the little things that you would, it would allow you to push it through. The lady that looked to be in her 70s at this thrift store said, my mama had one of these, and I used it growing up all the time, but I don't think it's that old. I mean, it looks old, but I don't think it's that old. But I'm going to actually use it. I will actually cut French fries. I might cut sweet potatoes, make sweet potato fries. Okay. An Eddie Bauer clock for $2, and it is wood. And, how do you get that out to see? Oh, okay. Does it open? Uh-huh. There we go. Anyway, that's cute. That's cute. Not that I need a single more clock, but I collect clocks. And I only normally collect the Big Ben wind-up kind. But this was only $1. And it is a General Electric lighted dial. And I have not tried plugging it in yet. It's got somebody's name on it. Ella Armstrong. Well, Miss Ella, did this wake you up lots of days when you had to do laundry or take care of children or teach school or work at the bank or what? Does anybody else think of what past life these old things have? Because I think of it. I think of it all the time. I'll show you later if it does light up. If it doesn't, it'll just be, a collectible with my grouping of old clocks. And if it does, I might just be tempted to use it. Okay. 50 cents for this one and $1 for this one. Copper cookie cutters, and I guess that's a lighthouse. Not really sure what that shape is. Maybe a lighthouse. But this looked like a starfish to me. And these are going to be pretty I'm using my big glass beverage dispenser jars. That's what I'm using as my cookie cutter display. I've got one with just the silver, the old aluminum ones, and then I've got one with the copper. This is a hole punch that is adjustable, that you could punch holes like in a belt or anything that needed a hole in it. And it is adjustable like different size holes. And it was $3. And I love it because it's an old tool. And I have a collection of old tools. And this is just the right kind of rusty patina that I think is adorable. And I love that it has the different variety of punches that you could choose, what size. And for $3, this thing that I'm not sure what you should hang on this owl, but something needs to hang on this owl for $3. Is that adorable? It's cast iron and it needs to hold something. Very cute. Maybe a little hanging plant. I'm not sure. Fish are cute. So cute, little owl. You're cute. I've not even looked at these. 6 hand-pieced quilt squares. All are the same pattern, but they are made of very old fabric. And I didn't even get them out to look at them. I just had faith that it would be worth $3 to have 6 quilt squares. Oh my word. Look how pretty they are. Oh my gosh, this one. That's flour sack material. That's sweet. Okay, now this one's turned the other way. Ooh, these would make great pillows. Make a nice lap quilt. So cute. And that one's got a lot of burgundy on it. And this one has some very special 1960s or 70s floral that is not feed sack, mixed in with the old feed sack. And this polyester special, straight from 1972 maybe. So cute. Love, love. Okay, they wrapped my stuff up so carefully at Logans Run that I started to tell them that they didn't have to be quite that careful about it. But then I thought, you know, I'm pretty rough. Maybe I just need to let them. Okay. This, for $1, is a duck with measuring spoons coming right out her fanny. And it has spaces for 2 more. And I wish I had the 2 more. And I did look around. But alas, I only have 2 of the 4. But I think they are ever so cute. And if I come across any kind of spoons that are similar, little measuring spoons, I can add to the 2 more slots. But you know, I just recently found the ducks that are nesting measuring cups. So that kind of reminded me of that same thing. All right. I don't know. I think this is a Scentsy. It is a wax melter, wax warmer. Remember to stop and chase the fireflies. And I paid $3. I'm sure this was much more. And it is Scentsy. Inspired by Heidi. I don't know what that means, but I'll look that right up. And I love melting wax melts. And I will let the wax melters that I have, I will let them go forward in exchange for this one, because I love that it's shaped like a mason jar. I love that it has little holes where the light's going to come through. That's very cute, very special. Okay, I have no living idea what's going to be in here, because I just don't remember. Oh, yes, I do. Now I know, because I felt that it was 2 separate pieces, and here they are. For $1 each. They look like milk glass. And this one does have a crack, but I don't even care. Don't even care. Maybe like medicine, salve, ointment, something came in these. What in the world? Or could they be something like that? They look like they had a screw lid of some kind once upon a time. So maybe it could also have held some kind of kitchen spice. I don't know. I'll look them up. But I felt like for $1 each, these little milk glass beauties needed to live in Alabama. Very cute. $2. The Wick China Company. You see that maker's mark? Very stained, crazed, very old. I do not see any obvious chips on it. It is stained. It is missing. I can see where it once had gold edging, and the gold has worn off really everywhere except in the nook of this little handle where it was protected more. But I love that it has these peonies. No, those are pansies. Those are pansies, aren't they? Love that. $2. Definitely worth $2. Last item. All right. It's just like me to buy something that's only part of something. This looks like it might have been a butter dish, but for $3, I think it's so cute. And it is not vintage. It doesn't even have a vintage look to it, but I think it is very cute. And I was asking Lisa, what do you think it is? And she said probably could be a shelf sitter. I got to be careful when I say that because she said it wrong. She mixed up the beginning sounds, and she said a farm word, but she didn't mean to. Just think about it for a minute. Instead of shelf sitter, she said self. And she did not mean to. And right there in the thrift store, we were having to try to restrain ourselves from laughing because, you know, she wouldn't have just come right out and said something like that. But that was one of those things where you flip the letters in your head and you don't know what happens till it comes out of your mouth. Yeah, that was pretty funny. So I will always remember the laughs we had having this. And she does have a few things. She didn't buy as much as I did today. She found she loves restaurant ware. She's a dish collector and seller, and she loves vintage restaurant ware. So she found a few pieces of good restaurant plates, saucers with specific designs. She knows so much about all that. Okay, so this is my haul for the first full day here, which is Saturday. And tomorrow we'll have to leave the cabin about 10 a.m. But the rest of the day, while the guys are on the river, we are going to see how many flea markets we can find. We know we'll find the one big one, and even if that's all we do, it is such a big flea market, I'll do a live on that one. And if I happen to get this posted before the other, I don't know if I will. It may have to be the other way around, unless I'm just like having insomnia tonight. But I'm pretty tired. I doubt I will. So this video will probably come out after the live on Sunday. We'll see. We're having a great time. It's a great time. I love y'all. Talk to you later.